Hey everyone, what's up? It's me. It's Broman. Oh my god. Oh no. Hi. And now that we are, past our first week, I figured it was time for me to make the video. The thing that I've been asked about day in and day out on stream since this launched. Yeah, since this launched. And that is, hey Broman, should I come back to Destiny? And so I am going to answer this question for two different types of people, and I think that is the best answer. So first question, you are somebody who really wanted to like Destiny, never played it before, and you picked up Destiny 2. Maybe it was on the PC. Maybe you were like, you know what, it's Bungie, I'm going to give them a fresh start. Whatever. You had your reasons. Didn't love the first game. Decided to come back for the second game. Got burned. And you're like, is this DLC a big enough change for me to come back? And the answer to that question in my mind is no. If you are looking for a game changer that takes Destiny from what it was fundamentally in Destiny 1, or like, the fundamental issues that Destiny 2 had at launch, there's improvements, but it is not a new game. This is kind of a juxtaposition to the opinion I had when The Taken King came out for Destiny 1. That was the moment where, okay, like the game is different enough that if you didn't like it before, like you just full on, you gave it a 1 or whatever, it was something that could potentially change your mind. This is not that moment for Destiny. So if you're someone who doesn't enjoy the game, and you were waiting for like a big change to come back, no. I can't see this changing your mind. I want something to change your mind because I do like the game and the franchise, but I'm not going to be dishonest and tell you I think it's the game changer that you probably need. So there's my review for the first people. Now, second people, if you are the kind of person who really liked Destiny 1, you played Destiny 2, and it kind of burned you because you burned through the content fast, and you were like, man, that got boring quick. Still like Destiny, like the gameplay, but I just wish there was more. I wish it was deeper. I wish that there were like meaningful changes that I could sink my teeth into, because I love Destiny for what it is, and I just want there to be more Destiny, and I want there to be, more depth and reason for me to do what I do every day, and I miss the tight gameplay. Spire of Stars is definitely worth a purchase and checking out. The changes in the progression system, the changes in leveling, the changes to the weapons and sandbox update is fantastic. Escalation Protocol is probably one of the most fun times I've had in Destiny. It still has problems. Like, for example, I start this up. I would love for there to be a way for me to queue into an instance that already had 9 people that were taking, the Escalation Protocol on, because it is damn near impossible to do without 9 people. That might change, but Escalation Protocol is incredible. It's kind of been my dream personally to have world bosses, on patrol, and this is the closest we've gotten to that so far. The new raid is phenomenal. The final encounter is great. Was Val Kaul is the most, I guess, technically challenging and fun encounter that I have enjoyed since Vault of Glass. And the only reason I say that, King's Fall wasn't my favorite raid. It was the raid we got world first on, but it was too mechanics heavy. And, even though this is mechanics heavy, it's juggled in between really awesome damage cycles, which is a lot like Atheon. So the raid's great. The power progression is smooth and slowed down. You're not going to hit max power in a week. You're not going to, see you might see some people at max power now because there was a couple of, I would call them like accidental growth exploits, where you could keep keys if the keys for the underbelly were in your postmaster, they didn't get deleted, blah blah blah. So there was some rapid progression, but all in all, like as a group player, Destiny 2 is super back and it's a lot of fun. As a solo player, I think that it's balanced fairly towards solo players now. You have less milestones every week that you can get through as a solo player. Like, I'm assuming you're not finishing the raid and you're not finishing trials, but you're still able to participate in a pretty steady growth curve. And that's just power progression. The addition of exotic catalysts, which seem to be rare to acquire and take a lot of time investment to complete, is fantastic. Exotic masterworks on weapons are just fun and fantastic. I love them. And then, the upcoming changes, escalation protocols got different stuff every week. We have these long chase weapons, like the Polaris Lance, which is going to be a modified version of let me grab the weapon, like a modified version of this scout rifle that we've already got. So it's kind of simple. It's like a similar, like, let's upgrade this legendary into an exotic quest sort of situation that I'm a big fan of. Yeah, this is the guy, the Polaris Lance. So there's a lot to come back for if you like Destiny. So I would recommend coming back if you're a fan of Destiny. I would recommend waiting for whatever is next, especially after the introduction of the new roadmap yesterday, which we will cover. As you hear the people vacuuming outside my office, especially with the introduction of the new roadmap, seeing things like the Crucible Labs, which is like a Crucible playtest server, and the weapon slot changes, exotic masterworks for armor, things like that. I'm really, really excited about the potential. I feel like they're riding the ship. September's probably going to be the big delivery on that. But until then, there is a Destiny to play and enjoy again in my mind, which is the exact opposite of how I felt for about 2 months when I was vehemently advocating that no one purchase this game at all, which I stand by that opinion during that time period 100%. And I'm happy to see that things are getting better. So there's my review. Cap it off. If you are looking for something to bring you back to Destiny and you didn't like the game, but you want to like it, this is not that thing. There's not enough fundamental changes for you to enjoy it. If you are a fan of Destiny and Destiny 2 burned you because at launch you were like, fuck this is lame, it is worth checking out. You probably bought the season pass or the expansion pass or whatever the hell they called it at launch anyway, like I did. So you've got it there. Just download it, check it out. It's pretty cool. If you want, you can also pick up Destiny 2 for like $12 on Humble Bundle. Best Buy is running a promotion, or they were, where you could pick up the base game for like $10. So you could buy the base game and then the expansion, and you drop like less than $30. I'm pretty sure, or right around there. So it's also much more affordable to get into than it has been in the past, if you're on PC. So that is everything wrapped up with a little bow. I don't really have anything else. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the YouTube content. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to say a personal thank you to so many of you who have returned to the YouTube channel. We're just going to go right here. I want to say thank you to so many of you who've returned to the YouTube channel. It means a lot to me that, when Destiny content comes back around, you're like, oh, hey, you know what I used to watch on YouTube? I used to watch that Broman guy. I'll start watching him again. I appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you coming back. It's bonkers to see the view count on all the videos I'm putting out, like 10x or 20x what they used to be, which is just nuts. And I appreciate that. I can guarantee you this. We're not going to stop making content on YouTube ever again. We have hired an editor His name is Captain Tullis. Sometimes you'll see him in the comments down here. But he makes sure that we get content out daily or almost daily. He's why we got to put out like 8 vids the day that this DLC launched. And he's an incredible guy. So yeah, that's a little bit of YouTube housekeeping. So there you go, guys. Destiny 2 Warmind review. Appreciate you. Share this with a bud. Share this with a friend. Somebody who needs to listen to a review that isn't just shitting on the game or just giving it all the praise in the universe. I like to do things in a level-headed way, and I appreciate that you like to listen to them as well. I'll catch you next time. Peace.